What's cracking, everybody? Money Smart Guy Matt Sapala here, hailing to you from Dallas, Texas, and please join me as a new toy is being delivered right here to my office. There was a point in my life where I could barely afford a car. I mean, I go into a dealership and they tell me what the car payment was and based on what the down payment was, and I'd say whatever car you can sell me. I'd go in there and wait 2 hours to be approved for the loan. But anyway, these days you change your money game around, you increase your financial literacy, you start understanding the power of life insurance, because actually that's how we purchased the car. I traded in my Rolls Royce that I purchased from a former NBA player when he was downsizing, his lifestyle was downsizing after his career was done. I purchased his Rolls Royce and I traded it in for literally the same price I bought for 2 years ago to get this toy. And I haven't seen it yet, so you and I can experience this together. So let's roll. Dang. Right. Ah, suck it now. What's our receipt? It's my first time putting my eyes on it. Yes. Sweet, we did it. We did it.
I'm myself.
Like finish line to the T.
Man, to the T. I pulled up like a minute and a half.
Really?
Yes.
Awesome. By the way, this is Rashid. Talk about always being on your game, Rashid. We're sitting next to each other in an exit row in a Southwest Airlines first class.
Right.
Just an exit row.
Right.
And the entire flight, you didn't talk to me.
No.
And then when we left the flight, we planned the flight. He approached me. Hey, listen, man, I see that you like nice things. And I said, I do. He gave me his card. And I said, oh, you do exotic cars. I said, I got a Rolls Royce. And that's why you always want to be on your game. And now, what, 90 days later?
90 days later.
90 days later,
yeah.
or some change?
Yeah, I took your old one.
Yeah.
You said you wanted a new one.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Hey, that looks clean, right?
Yes. The floating arm.
Look, that's floating.
Floating. So every time it moves, this never moves. It's always going to be saying, it's going to wave at people and say,
So this was chrome when you showed it to me via FaceTime, and they black.
That's an easy fix. Remember you talking, man, do I need to get new wheels? I said, no, you do it all the time. Easy fix.
Hey, this is the first time I'm seeing this too. So this is these are hot tires, man.
Yeah. So these are, what are these? These are rental tires.
These are brand new.
Brand new, 100%. So they just put the wheels on it. So I'll show you how we had to. So these guys, a lot of times dealers, they're gonna put fresh, nice new wheels on it to make it pop, make it sell quick. So brand new wheels, brand new tires, and then we asked them to change the color. And they was like, man, let's do it.
Wow.
So we also got the, you see, the brake calipers been painted black too.
Oh, wow.
So it deletes the whole bag.
Nice.
Right?
Look at
You
that.
don't want this beautiful black wheel, and you see that silver or gray brake pad, right?
That's nice.
So they painted that black as well. So all this is chrome, all this door handles, you name it.
It's all blacked out.
All blacked out. And I like what we did here. The little thing is on your old one, you notice this was all black, right?
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? Let's trim this out because it's gonna be black and pop here. So you got this match, that. That's why we did it that way.
It's nice. It's nice. Gotcha. They took care of the Spirit of Ecstasy. Really? Here you go. We're dropping the top. I'll tell you guys some game how we got the car. First of all, we got the car. We bought it under a business name. So if you're an entrepreneur out there, you got to set up a corporation. Whether LLC, S corp, don't matter. LTD, don't matter. Set up a corporation. So if you're going to buy a car, buy it under the corporation's name. You take advantage of what they call Section 179, which is depreciation and Trump during the Trump Cut Jobs Act. Trump Job TCJ, Trump Cuts and Jobs Act. He allowed bonus depreciation for vehicles over 6,000 pounds. So behind me is another car we actually purchased, which is a SUV that we took advantage of because that car is over 6,000 pounds. This is not over 6,000 pounds, but we still bought under our business, so this is still, in essence, tax deductible. There's two ways you can do it. Either you deduct, if you have a lease, you lease a car, you can deduct the lease payment, or like what we did, we bought it so we can write off the purchase price, and we can write off the, what do you call it, the miles and the car mileage. I think right now in 2022 it's like 55, 56 cents a mile. So if I'm driving this for business use, which is over 50% use of this, 40% is for personal use, 60% is for business use, just to stay in the garage. Definitely not gonna be my daily.
No.
It's not gonna be my daily car.
I can still benefit from the tax code. So furthermore, we didn't go about and we're not paying interest to any bank. Why? Because years ago, I overfunded my life insurance policy with cash. So I made money in cash. I didn't increase my expense. So this right here is an example of me delaying gratification 3 years ago, which is what a lot of people don't want to hear. I could have bought my dream car. I mean, we made $500,000 a year in 2016, 2017. We delayed gratification. We shoved money inside our insurance policies for moments just like this. So we had a little bit going back and forth, and we secured the down payment. We secured making sure, because I was about to write on a credit card. He's like, the dealership's going to charge you credit card fees.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, we're just going to overnight a check. And we got money from our life insurance policies. And so instead of paying a bank a monthly payment, we're paying back essentially our life insurance policy. So no interest flows in and out of any other bank but our own maximum funded life insurance policy. So this is some of the things I learned years ago. I said one day I'm going to buy some of the best toys. But a lot of people want to get it now. Warren Buffett said something very profound. And Jeff Bezos asked him, how come more people don't listen to you, Warren Buffett, Mr. Oracle of Omaha? How come more people don't listen to Warren Buffett? He says, why? Because I teach people how to get rich slow. Everybody wants to get rich quick right away. Everybody wants to raise their lifestyle. I was 42 years old before I owned my own pair of J's.
Wow.
Everybody in my family got J's. I grew up in the 90s watching Michael Jordan, but I waited till I was 42 years old, even for Jordans. So just that one value and principle of delayed gratification can allow time, money, and value to grow for you in your process. So therefore, moments like this, buying a car like this, I mean, I know we went back and forth through the negotiation, but we came down to saying, you know what, that's the one. I was able to be patient. I was probably pissing him off anyway in the negotiation process. But I said, let's make it the right one. And even in negotiation too, Rashid, right? They're the ones that came to me and said, yo, let's make it deal. Can you explain that process?
Let's make it happen. So, obviously there's some negotiations back and forth. And, Matt wants what he wants. He knows what he wants. He knows, there's value in that. So for me, the service that I provide I work for him, not the dealer. So I represent him in the transaction. So I'm telling him, this is what we need, this is what we do. And obviously being in the business for as many years as I have, I know what they can and cannot do to put deals together. So there was some back and forth. Everybody's in the business to earn a living, but at the same time, we have to take care of the customer so we can pass on more. So to his question, the guys, we agreed upon a number, but Matt wasn't all the way satisfied, right? And if you know anything about Matt, he's a very particular guy. He wants what he wants. Nothing's wrong with that. So I know the margins. I've worked some things out. We had to move some things around to make the guys happy. So let's throw this stuff in to make him happy, to make him completely satisfied. Because guys like Matt, they want to win somewhere, right? Yeah. And so does the dealership. So I made it to where both parties can win. We got everything thrown in under where he could be happy. They had to make some concessions because they know this is not just a one-off deal. So based on my relationships, they were able to cut the cost to get everything in we wanted. Boom, delivered, sound, boom, perfect.
And that's why I prefer to go to a guy that knows, because listen, Rashid met me on an airplane. And some of you guys are growing your business, you think that buying leads or even social media, it's about relationships. He met me in person. He had game talking to me in person. And 90 days later, he sells me a Rolls Royce, which I wanted to buy. So he didn't sell somebody who just sells it. He sold something that I wanted to buy it. And he provided me the service, provided me the information, the education, gave him a couple options. Here's another thing too. When I was broke and I had no money, I'm in a dealership. I'm like, dealership, please loan me some money. And they'll sell me whatever they want to sell me to their favor. I said, that's the last time this is going to happen. So when you save money, you tuck money away, you allow delayed gratification to come in. I said, you know what? That's what Rashid just mentioned. I want to get what I want. Why? Because I work hard for this. I save money for this. There's a moment like this that I want to be in control for once, to some extent, versus me being taken for at a car dealership. And Rashid wasn't a salesy guy. He was a guy that said, you know what? Let me educate you. Let me show you your options. And I said, man, I found this myself though. I found myself, yeah, but you don't know about this. Like I sent him a car that was like $50,000 cheaper than this.
Yeah.
He goes, Matt, here's what I said, I'm gonna go with the cheaper car. It's the same car, white, from Miami. It's $230 versus the price of it.
Wait, let me do my research. So I did my research because what most people don't look for, the pitfalls of that I know the business. There's no way that this car, this year, this miles should be this much significantly less than the other that we're looking at. There's something wrong here, Matt. Yep. And what I did, I said, this car's been in an accident, frame damage.
Exactly.
So I said, you can buy it if you want, but I'm telling you up front. So yeah, but those are the kind of things that we went back and forth. And we were even ready to walk away from this deal.
Yep.
I was ready to walk away from that relationship with those guys because, again, I work for him. we were able to walk away from that deal. We were about to walk away from this one until we got every single thing that we wanted and he wanted, and we are today.
When you have savings, this is the thing they don't tell you about savings. When you have savings, you're calm. When you have savings, you're not impulsive. When you have savings, you can assess things and evaluate numbers and make sure it's the right deal for you. When you have savings, nobody pushes you. You're in control of the situation. So for those of you out there wondering how do I get game, first thing I would do is increase your cash flow, minimize your expenses. Don't raise your expenses to meet your cash flow. That's what a lot of people do. That's why there's a report, Rashid, that more people living paycheck to paycheck in $100,000 to $250,000 range.
Yeah.
But if you're able to increase your income, control that through entrepreneurship, and minimize your expenses and not increase your savings. That's why Shaq said, I spend $1 million in a day. I got a couple cars, everybody this, and $500,000 in tax in the account. It's so easy to spend money. And so to make your money, have your cash, minimize your expenses at all costs, allow time, money, and value to double and compound for you over time in the right financial vehicle in some of the things that you've dreamed about. We just came back from Paris and Monaco. You saw the IG clips, right?
Yes, I saw that.
Paris and Monaco.
Yes.
And a week later, we come back, and this was already going in motion.
Yes, this was already working.
Yeah.
And I saw it because I need to catch you a couple times. And I said, whoa, he's living his best life. But you're working and partying. I mean, not partying, but
sure.
Leisure and pleasure all in once. And you were working business and pleasure, and I saw you and I said, man, how can I get in touch with this guy? I got to get this to him. Yeah. So we emailed back and forth, but yes.
We got it done. So that's it, man. So this is just a stepping stone to something else. So I had the Ghost, we got the Dawn. What do you think's next?
We got to go Cullen.
We got to go. Cullen is next. Cullen is next. But listen, delayed gratification, there's levels to this game. Because I want to make sure I buy cars like this and it feels like a cheeseburger. Some people go out and buy cars and it's 50% of the paycheck. It turns into burden. You should enjoy stuff like this. If you don't enjoy stuff like this, then it becomes burden. It's the wrong car to buy. So again, a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it's a sad part about personal finance. Personal finance is more about handling emotions than really budgeting your expenses and income. So if you can handle your emotions, and emotions, there's a spiritual aspect to it. There's a faith-based aspect to it. If you can trust, you can make the right moves, and God's going to open doors for you. This stuff happens. So, Rashid, I'm going to let my guys sit in the car.
Let's pull off.
Wow.